Hey guys, we here for one more Ask Demian, and this one is a special one because I asked people to vote in my Instagram if they would prefer me talking about training routines or self-defense. And for a little difference, people ask for me to talk about training routines. So I get some questions, and so let's begin. So there's one here who sent was Antwerpen Mike. He asked, Professor, do you prefer more drilling or practicing a set of techniques in detail followed by more positional sparring to get the maximum out of a training? So if I understand the question, he's asking if I prefer be more general, doing a lot of drill in a training session, or be more specific and choose a single technique and work more on that and to get the maximum of that. So what I think it's, we can get a good training both ways, but in my personal opinion, I prefer, do most of the training more narrow and more specific in some drill and keep doing that for few classes and then move on. I would focus in something. Let's say I would focus in open the guard. And I remember like few years ago when I was still fighting jiu-jitsu, I was having problem because I was fighting guys with very good close guards and guys from I remember some guys from Barra Gracie like Braulio Estima and many other guys. They had a amazing close guard. So I said, man, I gotta be safe if I fell into this guard. And I remember I practiced for like a couple weeks with my students, just open the close guard. So we did specific training, specific drills about just open the close guard. So I put guys with a very good close guard, with good attacks and good sweeps from there to try to do something on me. And we did like all this just this kind of training. And I remember that after those 2 weeks, I totally changed my way of open the guard. And I, even if I don't open, I learned to stay much more safe in this position. So I would say mainly you would do more specific and more narrow and positional training and positioning sparring, specific training. But sometimes it's good to also do a lot of drills and get a training a little bit more dynamic. And so, you can do both ways. But if you really want to get better in something, you want to focus more in one little thing and keep developing that for a while, okay? And also, there is a question here about it's kind of the similar question. Ante Toluzik, he asked me, hi Demian, what's the best concept of training for beginners and the difference of advanced players? Okay, so he asked, should advanced players do more specific drills in one position for a few weeks, for example, or and he asked the difference between the beginners and lower belts if they want to do more broad and do more stuff. So same thing, is pretty much the what I answered before. I think if you want to really develop a technique, you gotta focus and stay few trainings just working on that. So let's say in my academy, normally I put in a blackboard the what you're gonna work for a week or two, or sometimes even for more than a couple weeks. For instance, let's say we're gonna work on passing the spider guard. So I put in the blackboard, and all the professors of the academy, they were gonna work on that techniques on that, because then the student, he get the timing and to develop that. It's very hard if you keep changing every day. But you're right, Alan, Ante. If you are a beginner, or if you're teaching a beginner, you don't want to keep him to working about guard passing every day for a couple weeks, because he has so many things he needs to learn. So then, for these guys, the beginners, then you're gonna be more like open and do different stuffs every day, because he wants to see jiu-jitsu. You want him to see most, more a lot of techniques, and not just keep focusing in couple techniques. But once you understand, let's say you blue belt, and you already understand the system of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you got all the fundamentals technique, you can be more specific and work on this. I like very much in this positional training, specific training, situations. So I think that's the most important training. That's when you develop most, at least for me. When I work, just free training, it's okay, it's good, you gotta do, but the most important training is not the free roll. The most important training is like put the guy in the side mount and, develop the dominance for that, or develop the escaping from that situation, from the mount, from the back, and even starting very specific drills like with your arm already, catch, and you need to escape, and then you really want to learn, you really will learn how to defend the arm bar, or you start into a triangle, or if you're having problems with guillotines, you start into guillotines, and keep drilling that. So that's, I hope I answer what you guys ask, okay?